Okay, I'm back. Forgot to turn the mic on. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right, so good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for May the 11th. I'm doing a quick coffee stream here this morning because I'm sending this unit back. It is absolute garbage. Actually, the last words that the tech support said to me on the phone last night when he hung up was, send it back. So, I got up at 4 a.m. thinking that I'm going to give it one more crack. Okay, well actually Doug woke me up because the fox was back. And man, is he ever bright red. Got a better look at him last night. Didn't get a shot off. I had a better opportunity to get a shot off, but I was just too asleep. I didn't get to bed till really late. I ate supper like at 10 o'clock last night because I finished the patio stones. Because, as you know, the stream died last night when I was working on the patio stones. I didn't know it. And then I came back into the house, called California, the tech support. They went back into the unit. They couldn't get it to work. And like I said, the last words the tech support guy said to me was, send it back to your dealer. There's something wrong with this unit. The Wi-Fi just doesn't work. So I ended up going back outside last night with the headlamp on my head and in the dark, and I finished the patio stones on the swamp side because I had to get it because the tractor had pushed down. There was a gap like that on one side, perfect size for a weasel to get through. So I had a bad feeling, sort of like the bad feeling I had that there was a fox showing up, and you know, we got a fox now. So there's a bright red fox. He's really bright, but he ran across the yard and he stuck really close to the pen. I couldn't get a shot off. I had the shotgun, I was hanging out the window, but that was like at 4:12 or something. So there was no shots fired. Close. So I couldn't sleep after that because, you know, to get you all wound up and you got a shotgun in your hand at 4:15 in the morning. So I thought, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try this live stream thing again, because it's driving me nuts. And so I turned it back on, plugged it all in, played with it to get it running again, and rebooted it up. And guess what, guys? Lost everything. I just spent the last hour reconfiguring it, getting it connected again to the network, and I couldn't get the Wi-Fi to work at all. I think it's got a defective Wi-Fi chip because the only way that it's stable for streaming is if I actually am plugged in with an Ethernet cable. So, which is no good for us because we're going to be in the pen, and there's no Ethernet cables in the pen. In the barn, it's going to be a different story because we're going to have I'm going to put an actual cable into the barn. So I just want to give you that update, what's going on here. I'm basically, we're going to be just doing a little quick updates during the day here, what's going to happen with the iPhone or the iPad. I got to get outside today and catch up, as in get that gravel spread out, get the tractor happening, spread some gravel by rake and all that kind of neat stuff. So that's what's, I got to play catch up because tomorrow the rain starts again, and it's going to be 4 days of wet again. Anyways, so that's the deal. So what I'm doing, like I said, this unit's going back. Thankfully, I bought it on eBay there, and I got a return, so I can return it to the guy. And I'm going to order, which is really having a hard time with it. I've got to order. The one I got to order is just ridiculous. Anyways, it's the only one that's going to work. Bottom line. So. Actually, I've got a 100-foot cable, guys, already, and I'm going to go get the PVC conduit, and I'm going to run a line right to the barn. It's happening. I already got the cable here, so I've already ran the cable to the back room. So I've got 2 dedicated cables to the back, or network cables to the back room. One, which is this one I'm running off of right now, for doing my stuff in the back, getting set up. But I've got one dedicated for the barn, and it's Cat 6. So, this has been a real learning curve. Anyways, a lot of time wasted. Just, I can't believe it. And it's pretty bad. When tech support can't even fix your problem. And it's frustrating when you waste. I hated. I was sitting there watching him work. He was in my computer twice. Grand total of 4 hours yesterday. Any quick questions? I just want to give you an update what's happening here today. And I'm sorry about last night's stream. I couldn't believe it. I finished the patio stones, and actually last night I checked the video and I was like, you guys saw nothing what I did. It was bad. Anyways. All right, any questions here before I finish my coffee? No, signal's not too strong. The problem is the Wi-Fi chip. There's something wrong with the Wi-Fi chip in the encoder. Head is killing me, man. I'm not doing good with the headache. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a hurting camper. I'm a hurting camper. And that's why yesterday with the tech support, and you know, it was just one thing is wearing the glasses. Because like if I'm working outside and I take the glasses off, I don't know what it is. It's less strain on my eyes, and it's sort of like closing your eyes. It feels sort of good. But yesterday I had to wear glasses the whole day, and that was brutal. Brutal wearing them all day. I hated it. Morning coffee, it'll happen, guys. I'm planning on doing it. It's a quick way to get in touch with you. If anybody's got any questions, and as far as schedules are concerned, once the ducklings get here, guys, there's going to be a schedule, like a hard schedule, because the ducklings, you know, they rule the roost here. So, you know, there's going to be a time where I'm going to do morning chores where you're going to see me. Actually, there's going to be the stream's going to be going on in the barn, and I'm going to appear at a specific time, and you can watch me take care of the ducklings. There's going to be some real schedule going on here because, like, once the ducklings get here, it's a schedule. You can't screw around. Unfortunately, Axe Medicine Ducks is gone. I disposed of her, and now I need her body, and it's too late. Ducks are getting out of lockout. Oh, the hospital ducks. Oh, sorry. Hospital ducks got out yesterday, actually. I let everybody out yesterday. Today I'm going to clean the pen, and I'm going to clean out the metal shed and bring in some more nesting boxes. We're going to see how my head's doing today. I got to get the pen gravel done. It has to get done. Absolutely has to get done today. So I'll be doing some quick live updates today, where I'll just turn the iPhone on or the iPad and show you what I'm up to. I'm going to be doing a lot of really quick updates with the live streaming with either with the phone or the iPad until we get another encoder again, and I can set up the camera and do it. Which I just fixed the tripod on my camera. So I've got because it was getting the problem with these Joby Gorilla Arm things is they get loose. So what I did was I took some crazy glue and I filled. Okay, Doug, come here. I took crazy glue and I filled them all up so that I've lost the first knuckle, so it's nice and tight. So I'm actually almost back to new now, except that the first knuckle doesn't bend, and we'll wear out the next knuckle. Because the problem is the first knuckle bends all the time and it gets loose, and that's why some of the you see vloggers, they use these and the cameras are always falling over. I've had my camera fall over because the knuckle has no friction, so it's really loose. But it's fixed now. I crazy glued her. So I want to get this camera running outside because I can walk around and I can set it up on the ground. I can just put it on the ground and you guys can watch what I'm doing. I don't have to screw around with big tripods. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying my best, guys. I am. I'm really trying my best to get this happening. As far as engineers helping, guys, this live stream thing, it's foreign stuff. Like there's not many people that do it. Trust me. When you talk to people about live streaming on the internet, it's right over their heads. It's right over their heads. And Googling it, that's a waste of time, because there's really no answers out there unless you're talking to the actual manufacturer of the equipment so they can work the bugs out or see what the problem is. And then plus, if it's a YouTube glitch, like right now I have a YouTube glitch on my channel because my Stream Now page, see, YouTube has two ways of streaming. One is by generating an event, which you schedule a time for it to come on, and the other is Stream Now, where you just hit the button on the encoder and it goes live. Well, there's a glitch on my channel, and the guy at TerraDeck yesterday, he's never seen it before. For some reason, my Stream Now page on my channel is locked as an event, and I actually have to go in the browser and turn it on. Like, it's like I can hit the live button on the encoder and it goes live and it says that it's live, and I think that I'm broadcasting, but you guys aren't seeing anything. Like, YouTube's getting the stream, but they're not making it public because I got to hit the blue button. This is Stream Now, which is an event button, but it's on the Stream Now page. So I've sent an email off to tech support at YouTube. That takes about 72 hours to get an answer, or they'll send I send them a screenshot too to show them, and then if it's an engineering problem, then it can take like weeks because they got to put it in the queue for engineers to look at it and see if there's a glitch on the site, or if I'm just a one-off anomaly type thing. Oh, the car's running great, guys. That was a score, eh? $42.50 I paid for that car. Unbelievable. Which is like about $3,000 US. It was a gift. Honestly, guys, I think as a creator, live streaming is the future, because the problem is, and you probably have seen this, we've talked about this many times on the channel, where how the trending page is being taken over by all the mainstream media. Like you got the Tonight Shows and all that. They're just pumping content out in the news stuff, and like as a creator, you can't pump out that much content because you don't have a giant production organization behind you. Live streaming is it, because you get to actually interact with the creator one-on-one as it's happening. I feel, I do. I believe that live stream is the future. It's the future of the duck adventure here. I know that much. Truck, I don't know how it's running. I haven't started it. Actually, I got to be starting it here. I got to go on a feed run in less than, actually, I got to go on a feed run tomorrow because I got 2 days worth of food left, and I got to go pick up some conduit. And 10-foot conduit doesn't fit in the car. YouTube is not installed on the device. I'm not using the YouTube app. I'm actually streaming to an RTMP URL and with a specific serial number for my channel. It's much more stable. The app, I had problems with the app. Who's on my cup? Actually, this was a fan, a very good fan. This is Lionel Nation. I love this guy's channel. Check him out on YouTube. He's not for everybody, but he is for me. There isn't a day I don't watch Lionel's channel. Every day. It's sort of like my go to bed video, my 30 minutes of Lionel before I go to bed. Fan sent this to me. I can't believe it. I was impressed when I opened it up. It says Lionel Nation. It's a picture of Lionel. Here, I'll give you a good view right here, guys. There you go. Check out his YouTube channel. You can search Lionel Nation on YouTube. I recommend watching him. He's a level-headed guy. It's like a news commentary guy. He gives his opinion. He's been doing it for 30 years. If you got an open mind, his channel's addicting. But I I'm trying my best, guys. I'm going to make this happen. It's going to happen. We're going to be alive with no problems. Yeah, actually, the live streaming, I'll be honest with you, I really like it. Because I get to, it's a lot more interaction, real interaction. Like, I see your chat and I can answer you back and acknowledge you. And if you got a quick question, like, I think it's way better than, I find the videos is very one way, you're leaving comments after the fact, and then, and it's like, it's not like this. This is, and it's going to be awesome. Wait till the ducklings are here and, the summer. And plus, like I said, guys, when I get the bugs worked out of this thing, because, there's nobody I can contact for help on this stuff. It is pretty brutal. You're on your own. And, I've Googled the crap out of it, and everything I've read on everything I have read, nothing matches, man. It's like, it's brutal. It's brutal. I'm blazing a trail here, guys. I am literally because a lot of streamers you see, they use Google Hangouts. They're just doing it on their laptop. To be aggressively doing it where you're doing it with a like a handheld camera and external mics and all that kind of stuff, and trying to Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi streaming is really difficult because you have to have your network set up right. I'm learning a ton of stuff. So it's like I picked the hardest thing you could do as far as live stream, because the YouTube app on an iPhone or an iPad, it's mindless. Click, 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 boom, and you've seen it. We do it out in the yard, but it's not the quality. You don't get the sharpness. You don't get the zoom. You don't get the audio. It just isn't that production quality. And so when you want to go to that level, you got to get into the encoders, and that's when things get really, really difficult, challenging. Yeah, really challenging actually. But we're gonna get her nailed down, and you watch this summer. It's gonna be freaking awesome. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna look back at this learning curve that we're going through here, because you're going through it with me. I'm torching you with me on this ride. Best breed of ducks, depending what you want, Ken. If you want eggs or if you want meat. No letter yet. Well, I haven't gone to the post office this week, so. No, paving, that's expensive, man. Paving anything in the pan. Trust me. This crushed stone, I get it graded out today, and then we get some rain, the ducks packing it down. I've already noticed it's getting really tight. Or tight, firm. Really firm, and once it packs on really hard, the crushed stone becomes like cement, and stuff will just wash right off of it. Yes, there are a lot of homesteaders that live stream, but they're either using webcams or iPhone apps. When you get into the encoders, guys, it's a different game. Trust me, I know. I've talked to people. And everybody goes with the simple, they set an iPod up or an iPhone with a tripod and do it. When you want to stream 1080p, that's the difference. Like 720 and 1080, night and day difference. It takes a lot more horsepower to do the 1080. Yeah, the in-house right now, like the stream, I'm hardwired. I've got the network cable plugged into the encoder. I'm not doing this over Wi-Fi. All right. My problems are caused by a bad encoder, guys. The Wi-Fi and the encoder is screwed. The guy last night on tech support, he says it doesn't make any sense. And this morning when I turned it on, like at 5 o'clock, I went at this again because I wanted to see before I wanted to give it one more chance before I sent it back. And this morning I turned it on, booted it up, and none of the settings were there. Lost the network. The Wi-Fi wouldn't connect. I even went in manually. I plugged it in with a network cable. Went in manually to the interface and set the IP address and everything manually, and it would not connect with Wi-Fi. That's why I had to plug it in, and I'm doing a stream with you on a network cable. Actually, Colin can attest to the encoders. He made the jump and bought himself a Chinese encoder, and I know him and I talk about this, and we're trying to work bugs out and stuff. And I know he's got about 8 hours worth of pulling hair out with his encoder. Nothing works out of the box with this stuff. It's not like the iPad. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. The iPad and the iPhone, it's just, you just download the app, and then you just hit the little camera, and then it says go live. You type your title in, you hit, you take your thumbnail picture, and then it's got a big red dot on it. You hit go live, and boom, we're walking around the yard with the iPhone. But it's only 720p. It's not the best sound. Now I'm thinking maybe one of those stick-on lenses on the camera or the iPad, or I mean on the iPhone or the iPad might make the picture a little better, but I really think the video sucks on them. Because I've watched my live streams after the fact and I find them really grainy. Not as sharp as this is. Like this is sharp. And last night when I was doing the patio stones, there was glitches, and the glitches when you saw the jumps in the video and the audio jumping, that was because of the Wi-Fi. Because the Wi-Fi was losing, something's wrong with the chip, the Wi-Fi chip on this unit. But the picture, when it was working, and the sound, you can see the difference between it and an iPad. Much better, like it's much sharper. And that's what I want, because I want to have, the ducklings in 1080p. Because for everybody who can stream it, wouldn't it be cool to say, turn your TV on, and have 1,000 or 1,200 ducklings running around in the barn floor, with it all lit up nice and bright, and you can watch the little cute yellow running around chirping like crazy in stereo. I think that would be awesome in 1080p. How's the weather this morning? It's a beautiful day. It's going to be 14 degrees today. And I am going to be outside spreading gravel. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have breakfast here, and I'm going to go and grab the iPad or the phone or whatever, and I'm going to do a duck rush live. I'm going to let the ducks out for you guys. So I might be a little bit late here because I haven't had breakfast yet, and then we're going to get it happening. Now, there ain't no hatching going to happen here, guys. I'm sorry. We can't hatch. I don't. Why does everybody keep asking that? How many times I got to tell you? No hatching. Ain't going to happen. The encoder, red hot all the time. It runs hot. It's old technology. When the tech support guy told me last night that it was pushing 6 years old, I was like, okay, this is ancient crap, man. Like, this is really slow stuff. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, the sunlight's coming. It's getting bright. It's getting bright out. I'm looking forward to being outside today, actually, guys. After yesterday, I just want to go out and do some brain dead grunt labor. Honestly, that's what I want to do. I just want to do some grunt labor. Like serious grunt labor is what I want to do. Actually, there is a huge difference between 720 and 1080p. You just need the proper display because it's grainy. Yes, Carl, the fox was back at 4:12 or something. Doug jumped off the bed. I saw him, bright red, really bright red. Actually, he glowed in the dark. I couldn't believe how bright he was. And I didn't get a shot off. I was hanging out the window with the shotgun, man, and he didn't come back around. He went across the yard and then stuck tight against the fence and went right around. I watched him go around the whole edge of the fence. He was like hugging the bottom of it. He must have just been hugging it just below the electrical wire because he didn't hit it. To stream 4K, guys, I don't have enough bandwidth. You need like 50 megabyte upload speed, to stream 4K. I was looking at that on YouTube, and it's like some serious bandwidth to stream 4K. It's like 45 megabytes, I think, is what they require. Plus, I need a 4K camera, and you need 4K encoders, and none of this stuff is 4K. We're still at 1080 here. I don't know about licensing as far as raising ducks are concerned. There's no license here for us. Doug sold on eBay, I think it was like $220, something like that. Yeah, they're on $220, $200. The plush went for. I never heard back from the lady that bought it. She never contacted me, or she must have gotten it. Haven't seen any other predators. Fox is the only thing. Yeah, if you've got an old monitor, you won't notice the difference between 720 and 1080. Trail cams, I'd have to have trail cams to get trail cam shots. I'm not stressed, guys, about the live streaming, because I'm going to make it happen. That's my goal this year, is to make it happen. But I'm trying my best. And I just want you guys to know, because I'm getting some idiots are contacting me, and it's amazing, how people behind a keyboard can fix all your problems, but they have no idea what's involved because they haven't done it themselves. I love those people, the keyboard warriors. Oh man. But I'm going to do it. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to blow my brains out if I have to. I'll get this figured out. Like I said, I want to take the duck adventure to the next level. I got to make more turtle traps. That's on my to-do list here. Actually, it's shotgun. I'm using my shotgun with an extreme choke on it with buckshot is what I'm using. So I've got about a good 100 and probably about 90-yard range, 270 feet range with 3-inch buckshot. Oh, the lady posted a picture. Okay, I'll have to check Facebook to see if she posted a picture with the Doug. I didn't know that. My old dog, well, actually the last old dog in videos here was Rocco. He's been gone quite a few years now. He died, he was an old dog. Goodbye, Debbie. There'll be nobody in white coats knocking on my door. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure this out, guys. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. I want the ducks to be live this year. I've always wanted to be live because I just think it's so awesome. They're so cute, and and I hate the old videos. Like when the video's 3 and 4 and 5 days old and I'm posting it, it's just not the same. My bait of choice this year for the turtle traps, well, I'm going to get a fishing license, so that means I'm going to be able to catch fish and put live fish right on the turtle trap, or fish parts. Garden videos, yeah, we're way guys. I noticed that yesterday. People, when I'm going to plant my garden, do you realize there's still like almost 2 feet of snow underneath the straw in places on my garden? Like it's only May the 11th. Think about this. Last year I didn't plant till like June 28th. You don't need to plant early. I don't panic on this one. I used to panic on planting my garden, but I don't anymore because there's just no reason to. Yes, I'm a determined duck master. We're going to get this happening. We're going to be the go-to show for ducks live on YouTube. As far as ordering more stone, I got to get what I got today spread. I'm going to get it all spread. I'll get a better idea of what we need. I'm thinking I can get away with 1 load, but I want to wait till the half load restrictions are off, because they can deliver like 2.5 times more for the same price. So if I wait and then I can just wheelbarrow it in, not a big deal, because the area that I got to put it into is about 25 feet by 25 feet by 50 foot area, so it's not like a lot of wheelbarrows. It's not a big deal. But I gotta wait till the load restriction is off the trucks, because right now they can only have 5 ton an axle. So which means they can only bring like 1/3 of a load for the same price as a full load. When I get this live streaming working, guys, like I said, I'm ordering a new encoder today. I'm going right to the professional one. I've had enough. It's going to happen. In theory, okay, in theory, we're going to be able to stream right from the lake. So that means that I'll be able to set up a tripod on the dock and stream. Chances are, though, from the dock it's going to be 720. It won't be 1080, but in theory, according to what the website says and the tech support told me, that the encoder that they're cutting me a deal on, because they're giving me a deal, they're giving the ducks a deal actually. It's the unit. It's the top of the line unit. It's the one that is broadcast quality. It's got a 600-foot range on it alone. And that's 600-foot range on 1080p, so that we should be able to do from the dock 720, and you can watch me catch some fish and maybe even set turtle traps. Who knows? I don't need any stone for outside the pen. Argo? No Argo happening this year, guys. No need for it. Yeah, actually, Colin is he does a lot of IT for me. That's what Colin does for a living, is actually IT. So it's sort of handy having access to him to drive him nuts on FaceTime. Yeah, no, I don't need the Argo at all, Doug. The only reason I had the Argo here was to pack down all the old growth so that I could cut it easier. But this year, because everything's going to be like fresh green growth, it's going to be we're going to just knock down like a hot knife through butter. I don't need to bother with the Argo. When am I going to breed my flock? No breeding happening this year. We got 1,000 to 1,200 ducklings coming June the 1st. You obviously missed the big announcement video. The nesting boxes, I'm going to put nesting boxes in the metal shed. I'm going to line the whole thing up. We're going to train the ducks to go into the nesting boxes in the metal shed. I might put some nesting boxes outside and I got some metal. I might throw a metal on top of it. The problem is that they get wet, and because I just made them a recycled particle board, they're starting to fall apart. Technically, I really should replace them this fall. I don't think they'll get another winter out of them. Live streaming from the boat, I'm looking forward to that. More than you, trust me. I think it would be so cool to live stream sitting in the boat at the mouth of the creek while the ducks come down, down to the water. Any other questions? I'm really excited, Virginia, about the ducklings. It's going to be so much fun. That many at once. I knew I shouldn't have said anything about a new dog for Doug to train. Doug's not ready. He's not ready. He needs a little more time. He's got to mature. Here, I'll give you a little view of Dougie here. Okay, so there's the dog. He's sleeping. I hope I have the camera in the right place. Oh. Okay, hang on here. Do I got it in the right place? Doug, are you in the right place? Yeah, okay, I got you in the right place. So there's Doug. He's working hard. I've got cables all over this thing. Plastic crates for nesting boxes are a pain because they've got so many ridges to wash them out. You need a really smooth surface to keep it so it's easy to clean. The food bank this year, guys, when I was talking to Doug off camera, they are so pumped this year about getting all the eggs from us. We have really... You don't realize you know, we take it for granted, you know, when we have food in your house. And because, you know, the food bank is getting, every week is getting eggs from us, it's becoming, we're, people are relying on us. They're actually, like, it's, I can't believe, like, what they're telling me at the food bank. We have changed the food bank by this consistent donating every week. Like there are people that are coming into the food bank specifically asking for duck eggs. You know, and you know, they really want to make sure, like, the food bank is trying to make sure that every week everybody that comes in is getting eggs. Not like before where they would, you know, they would only have, you know, well, first of all, they only got eggs every 3 months, and there were 60 dozen for 3 months, and they would get them all at once, and then for the rest of, you know, 2.5, well, actually 2 months and 3 weeks, there would be no eggs at the food bank. So what we're doing, taking the eggs there every week, people are blown away, appreciative. They're really happy. It actually made me feel really good when Doug was telling me how the people are they're appreciating it big time. So we're doing like weekly goodness here. Hello, Scotland. Yes, the duck adventure. We're making a difference in people's lives. I'm I never thought that that, you know, when I started this out 2013, that this is where we would end up. But it's really awesome. I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to be like with the live thing worked out finally, all the bugs out of it. This year, guys. See, this is the thing, is why I'm so excited. Like, you don't, like, I haven't talked much about it because I've been pulling my hair out here for the live stream. But when these ducklings, when we get these ducklings, like, you know, like 1,000 and 1,200 ducklings at once, like, you guys don't, I don't think anybody actually can fathom what's gonna come down here and how big it's gonna be. Like, I know what 465 ducklings is like at once, okay? And I'm telling you right now, 465 was my biggest hatch I ever had, and that was the hatch that even Doug was intimidated by, where, you know, we had him in the barn there, and they were swarming Doug, and he didn't like it. There was just too much, because all of them were biting and, you know, nibbling on him. We get like this many ducklings at once. Once I'm not screwing around with doing the hatch thing. But I'm telling you guys, I plan on bonding with these ducks. Like, I'm talking about, you know, we're gonna turn the camera on, we're gonna be live streaming. I'm just gonna lay there with the ducklings, and because the more I spend with them one-on-one, the more the flock is gonna well, less panicking, but more interacting, more bonding with me, so that, you know, it just makes it easier for the show this year. I'm so pumped about it, having them all at once. It's going to be just awesome. It's going to be, the floor of the barn is going to move. Oh, it's going to be really good. And it's going to be so cool that I'm going to be streaming it live and you can see it happening. Yes, it's going to be a tsunami of cuteness live. I'm really looking forward to that. From what, because we're only taking half of the original 2,000, the way the Metzers are telling me is that we could potentially have them all at once. It could be just one shipment, because to break it into 2 shipments of 600, Mark had concerns about, you know, getting 2,000 at once, but he felt comfortable at 1,000, so I'm thinking we're going to get them in one shipment. All right. Oh, it'll be a sheet of poop. Yep, it will be. I'll be doing lots and lots of cleaning. But that's no problem. It's like I can clean the barn every day. It doesn't even matter. I don't care. You guys are going to see how much work it is. Like I said, I'm going to share. This year you're going to really get an idea of what it's like here. All right. I'm thinking we're out of questions, and I'm going to pack this thing up, this encoder, and I've got my FedEx tag to send it back, and I'm going to pull the pin and order the other one. I've got the invoice from them, and I got to make it happen here so that we can get this happening with no headaches, and we can just focus on the ducks instead of Matt, as some of you are saying, whine about figuring this stuff out. I always get a kick out of those people that leave the comments like that, and you go to their channel and they have nothing on their channel. Nothing. It's like, okay, you know what you're doing. All right, I can't see. Okay, I can't see any other questions. No one's asking questions. I'll give you a couple more seconds here while there's a 30-second delay. Selling duck poop fertilizer? I can't even give this stuff away, guys. Honestly, I've offered it, my compost pile to people, and they won't even come and get it. I'm blown away they won't come and get it, actually. All right. Yep. I gotta go eat. I'm gonna go eat and pack this stuff up and get happening here. Autographed t-shirts. You know how hard it is to sign on a t-shirt? I've tried it. I haven't found a writing device yet that you can flow on a t-shirt. I've tried. Believe me, it's just a mess. My head hurts. Right now I've got a wicked headache. But it's going to be better because I'm going to take my glasses off and I'm going to go outside and work. It seems when I take my glasses off and just walk around, I feel like a bit of a relief. Actually, guys, the bathtub, when we have the 1,000 ducklings, the bathtub is actually going to get covered up because they don't need to have access to it. Plus, there's the potential of drowning when they're ducklings. When they get older, they can have water. Alright guys, I'm going to say goodbye. It's been a blast. I love answering your questions. And I enjoy this coffee in the morning with you guys. I'm just looking here, no questions. Alright, we're questioned out here. Okay, I'm going to go. I can't see any questions. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to go start my day, get things happening, and I'll throw the iPad on and or the iPhone or whatever I'm going to have here. It won't be the encoder, and I'll show you what I'm doing as far as spread and gravel. So there'll be a bunch of short little updates today. So thanks a lot for joining, guys, and everybody have a great day. And I'm going to see if I can turn this piece of garbage off. It is so brutal. I don't believe it. So I'm going to say goodbye, and we're going to say goodbye now.